Hi friends, in this segment we're going to see the prose, the bond of love. In this prose, the bond of love, the author has described about the true love of an animal towards human beings. Let's get into the story. Bruno is the name of the pet bear of our author's wife. Accidentally, he got the bear for his wife. 2 years before, our author and his wife was passing through a sugarcane field. It was located in Mysore. There were many wild pigs roaming here and there in the sugarcane field. So people were chasing them away by shooting at them. Some of the bears were shot and dead, but some escaped. Unfortunately, a big black bear came out towards them. He does not want to shoot the bear unwantedly, but unfortunately, one of his friend, without having any thought like him, he just shot the bear. That bear fell down, but to his surprise, the black fur started to move. Only then he realized that it was the baby bear of that mother bear. It was riding on its mother's back when the mother got the shot. That baby bear started to move around its mother's body by making a pitiful noise. Immediately, he went to capture the baby bear with his companions, but unfortunately, the bear jumped into the sugarcane field. Finally, he captured the baby bear, but the bear tried to scratch him with the claws which he has strong nail. He put it inside a bag and he returned to Bangalore. Then he presented that baby bear to his wife. She was so excited and tied a colorful ribbon around its neck. Then she named that baby bear as Bruno. That baby bear, Bruno, started to drink milk. Then after that, within few days, he started to drink and eat everything. He ate porridge, meats, curry, bread, egg, chocolate, vegetable, fruit, everything. And also the drinks like tea, coffee, lime juice, buttermilk, beer, alcoholic liquor, everything. They also had two dogs at their home. This bear became friendly with those dogs. There were tenants, those who are living in their bungalow. The bear became friendly with them also. He used to play, run inside the kitchen, and also sleep in their bed. One day, an accident took place. He put the poison of barium carbonates in his library in order to kill the mice and rats. Bruno got into the library as usual and unknowingly he ate that poison. Bruno was unable to stand on his feet. He dragged himself to his wife. Then he understood what would have happened to Bruno. He took Bruno to vet's residence to give treatment. Bruno was vomiting and taking heavy breath. Then Vet took a syringe and medicine. He dropped the medicine into his body, but no change in him. After 10 minutes, again he gave the medicine. After 10 minutes, slowly he moved his legs. Then after that, after half an hour, Bruno gets up and had a great feed. After that, again one more incident take place. That was also an accident. He took a gallon of old engine oil. He was keeping it against termites. Bruno drank that water, but it had no ill effects. Then months passed by. Bruno was grown up now. He has even outgrown the dogs which he had at home. Bruno was playful, very sweet, and he was too close with his wife, and she too loved him so much. His wife changed the bear's name from Bruno to Baba, which means small boy. He was always playing with his wife. If she asks Baba where is the baby, he will take a stump of wood concealed in his straw bed. But because of the tenant's children, Bruno will be always tied up with a chain. Then he and his son and most of the friends advised to his wife to give Baba to the zoo at Mysore. Because he was getting too big, so it's difficult to keep him at home. Finally, after some weeks, she agrees to leave him. Before she changed her mind, he sent a letter to zoo whether they need a tamed bear. Then they agreed and sent a cage from Mysore in a lorry. It was 87 miles away. Then Baba was packed. His wife was inconsolable for many days. She didn't eat anything. She wrote many letters to the zookeeper. He replied that Bruno was well, but he too refused to eat anything. She used to inform her friends who visits Mysore to check Bruno. They informed he looks very thin and sad. So after 3 months, she was adamant to go to Mysore. She said that if he is not taking her by car, then she will go by bus or train. So finally, he accepted to take her by car. Her friends told that the bear could have forgotten and can't recognize her. But by seeing her from far away, Baba recognized her. Baba made loud noise in happiness. His wife too ran towards the bars. Then the next 3 hours she didn't leave that cage. She gave him tea, lemonade, cake, ice cream, everything. Then it was closing time for the show. They have to leave. His wife cried, then Baba too cried. Even the keepers felt so depressed. He thought of something, and that happened accurately. She started to beg the curator to send the bear with her. He replied, now it's government property, only if the superintendent of Bangalore agrees I can leave him. Then they started their journey to Bangalore, to superintendent's bungalow. He was a kind hearted man, so he gave consent, and not only that, he wrote a letter to the curator to give a cage to transport the bear to Bangalore. Then Baba was into a small cage inside his car. Successfully, they reached Bangalore. An island was made to Baba with some laborers for special work in their compound. It was 20 feet long and 15 feet wide, surrounded by a small pit of 6 feet wide and 7 feet deep. A wooden box was also made to make Baba sleep at night. Straw was placed inside. Then all the sentimental things kept for him once he left the home, including the bamboos, everything was given him to play with. Within few days, Baba, this baby bear who is grown up now, was released in that island. He reminded and shown that cradled the baby once he was playing with the wood. His wife spent her most of his time by sitting on a chair, and Baba also sat on her lap. He was 15 months old now. It was interesting to see his wife releasing the bear into their island. Finally, he ends up with a question that who can say that a sloth bear has no sense, no affection, no memory, and no individual characteristics? But this story indicates the love of a bear, an animal showing love to human beings, is being described beautifully in the story. I hope you could have understood this story. Stay tuned with Learning Station for further videos. Thank you.